Markets go up and down. And so establishing a relationship with an advisor where that dialogue, where that back and forth exists, as opposed to just that annual meeting once a year where maybe they sort of lecture you a bit and you listen. I think establishing that dialogue is the most critical thing of all. And being able to answer those three questions allows you to establish that kind of dialogue with your advisor.
That's great. I find in my side of the business, there are so many times when people have a financial advisor, but they clearly don't truly have a relationship. They
Right.
don't understand what they have. They ask questions, or maybe they don't ask questions. Maybe they just trudge through a meeting once a year and throw the packet in the file cabinet and ignore it.
Right.
Or maybe one spouse goes to the meeting and the other doesn't. They kind of know, oh, my portfolio is up, but they don't know anything else. So I think for anyone listening, what we both have seen is, really the key is to start by understanding what you have and by having a team that you're aligned with. And if you don't have
And a
that
team
team,
and
it's
a
time
team
to
that
get another one.
and a team that communicates with each other, as you and I do with clients that we work on together. That's really critical too, because we often see, I know you do as well, but the people's advice can be very siloed. They have an
Right.
investment manager, they have an insurance specialist, they might have a trust and estates attorney or a CPA, but those people may not necessarily be talking to each other. And as you and I know, if those people aren't talking to each other, then a person's plan may not be optimal. And
Right.
again, that goes back to dialogue among the advisors that work on that team. And that's another really important conversation that should be taking place on behalf of the shared client.
Sure. Having an advisor that wants to have that dialogue with your trust and estate attorney, with your accountant, with your
Yeah.
insurance professional. I know we've seen clients come to you with insurance proposals that didn't make sense based on their
Right.
budget. They
Right.
made sense based on their net worth. They didn't make sense based on the fact that the husband was really unhealthy, the wife was super healthy, the
Right.
wife really needed more in her bucket. And so, by having a conversation, understanding the clients, you and I know we can do a much better job. But for anyone listening as a client, I think that's often missed, is making sure that your advisors work as a team. So
Yeah.
that is definitely a pearl of wisdom for anyone
Yeah.
listening.